Hello students, I welcome you all to today's session. We are going to start with a new session in a new chapter in algebra. All of you completed one chapter in your geometry and one chapter in arithmetic, isn't it? So now it is going to be a new chapter in algebra and the name of the unit is Algebraic Expressions and Identities. Dear students, now don't be thinking that Miss is showing some zero on the screen. Do you know the importance of zero? That is one of the greatest contributions from the Indian mathematicians to the world. So don't underestimate zero. You cannot imagine mathematics without zero. Now coming back to algebraic expressions, do you remember what you have learnt in 7th standard about this? In your previous class, you had learnt about expressions, their addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. Here also, you are going to learn all these in detail. Why in detail? Because you are in 8th standard now. So you should be learning more. Do you remember what is a term? A term is the name given to a number or a variable or a combination of both number and variable by multiplication or division sign. Some examples are, you can see here a is a term and 2 is a term, and these both are becoming an algebraic expression when they are combined using plus sign. You can see a plus 2 is an algebraic expression. Similarly, one more example for terms. 3m is a term, 6n is a term and minus 6 is a term. When these three are combined using some operation like either plus or minus, so it is going to become an algebraic expression. So in an expression, do you know how to identify constants and variables and the coefficient of the variable? So recall that also. So here an algebraic expression is given. You can see 7n plus 2. So which is the operation that is connecting the terms? Plus sign. And which are the terms? 7n is a term and 2 is a term. Can you identify what is the coefficient of n? 7 is the coefficient of n. And the variable here is n. 2 is a constant. Don't confuse, 7 is a constant. Because 7 is multiplied with a variable, we don't know the exact value of n. So 7n is also a variable. But 2 is a constant since it is not multiplied or divided with any variable. So 2 remains as a constant. So hope it is clear to you all what is a constant, what is a variable and what is an operation that is going to make a term into an algebraic expression. So you require 2 or more terms to make it as an algebraic expression. So hope you all know how to identify the coefficients of variables also. So can you say now what is a constant? A symbol which has a fixed value is called as a constant, and the fixed value is a numerical value. For example, 5, minus 3, 2 by 7, pi, etc. And what is a variable? A variable, according to the name, you can understand the meaning of variable. A symbol which takes on various numerical values according to the situation is called as a variable. So hope now you all know what this 0 is. This 0 is to mark and show you all the constant. What is a constant in this equation? Here the equation is y is equal to 2x plus 6. So 6 is the constant. One more example I want all of you to think. So I want all of you to take out your rough notebook and make note of the points whatever I tell when I teach. Now I want you all to write the equation. C is equal to 2 pi r. What is this equation? Do you remember? This is the equation to find the circumference of a circle, isn't it? C is equal to 2 pi r. Now can you tell me what are the variables and what are the constants in this? I want you all to think and keep it ready. So hope it is clear to you all with the information whatever you had learnt in 7th standard. In today's session, you are going to learn these concepts. So, do you remember what is this algebraic expression? What is the definition? By now, you should have got something in your mind to tell the answer, isn't it? So, hope it is clear to you all. Do you still have a doubt? Okay, we can tell the definition once again together. An expression that consists of one or more variables, it could contain some constants and variables also, connected by different operations like plus, minus or division and even multiplication signs. This is called as an algebraic expression. So hope you all know now. So all of you know what are the parts of an algebraic expression. You will be having variable, operator, terms, coefficients and constants. Basically the terms, if the terms are connected using a sign, then the sign is called as an operator, and if the variable is multiplied with any number, that number is called as a numerical coefficient. And if two algebraic expressions are equated, then it becomes an equation. And the number which has not been multiplied by any variable and stays separate is called as a constant, because the value of 7 remains 7 always. It will not change. Similarly, 5 will always be 5 wherever it is used. So it is called as a constant. But can you tell that 4x is going to be same wherever it is used? No, because we don't know the value of x and it can vary. So 4x is a variable. X is a variable. When variable is multiplied with a numerical coefficient, the complete term will also be a variable only. But the coefficient here is 4. Hope you all know how to identify variable, operator, terms, constants and numerical coefficient. Hope all of you know what are like terms and unlike terms. So the terms which have same variables with same power are called like terms. You can see the examples here. Similarly, unlike terms means the terms with different variables and different powers. Suppose if the powers are same, the variables will be different in this case, and if the powers are different, then the variables may be same. So all these come under unlike terms. You can see the example here, second one, 4w minus 10w square. Though the variables are same, variables w and w are same, the power is not same. So you can tell it as a category of unlike terms only. And here you can see 8y plus 5. We don't have y term here, so 5 is a constant. So 8y and 5 together we can tell it as unlike terms. So unlike terms can have different variables with different powers, or same variables with different powers, or same powers with different variables. So all these are categorized under unlike terms. Hope you all understood what are like terms and unlike terms. So now we all know what is an algebraic expression, isn't it? So next you are going to study about polynomial. What is a polynomial? Polynomial is also an algebraic expression, but it has few conditions. What are those conditions? You will be learning that now. An algebraic expression in which the variables involved have only non-negative integral powers is called a polynomial. Hope all of you know what is the meaning of non-negative. Non-negative means positive. And what do you mean by integral? Integral means it is about integers. What are integers? Integers start from 0 followed by plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3 and so on. So all the whole numbers starting from 0 and from 1 it is going to be plus or minus. All these come under the group integers. So here you should be knowing what is the meaning of integers and non-negative. So if you consider an algebraic expression, the variables in that algebraic expression should have non-negative integral powers. That means the power should be positive and they should be whole numbers. It can be 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. But it can never be negative. And it can also never be fractions or decimal powers. The power should be a whole number. That is why it is called as non-negative integral powers. So whichever algebraic expression has non-negative integral powers, that algebraic expression is considered as a polynomial. You can see the examples down. Example of a polynomial and example of a non-polynomial also. Try to understand why it is not a polynomial, because y is having minus power, that is minus 2, so it is not a polynomial. And the second example, 2 divided by x plus 2. So in the denominator x is having power 1, but what happens when it is sent to the numerator? All of you know it is going to change its sign. So it will become x power minus 1. So it is also not a polynomial. You can see the example of polynomial in the left side, that is 5xy square minus 3x plus 5y cube minus 3. All the powers are positive and all the powers are positive integers. You cannot see any decimal or you cannot see any fraction, isn't it? So it is an example of polynomial. You can also see one more example. Make note of all these in your classwork without fail. Hope you all understood what is a polynomial. Do you remember the classification? Do you at least remember the terms monomials, binomials and trinomials? You will learn that now again. A monomial is an algebraic expression or a polynomial which has only one term. For example, 5x squared a 2c power 5 d. All these are monomials because they have only one term. You can see that in the examples here. So the name monomial is based on the number of terms. That is, since it is having only one term, it is called as a monomial. All of you know mono means it is 1. Similarly, a binomial has two terms. You can see the examples here. 5x squared plus 3, ab minus 4, 2 plus c. You can see two terms connected with a plus sign or a minus sign here. And it has two terms. So, as the number 2 says, it is binomial. Bi means 2. So, a binomial has two terms. And then a trinomial has three terms. It is an algebraic expression or a polynomial which has three terms. That is 5x squared plus x minus 3. One more example, ab minus a plus b minus c squared plus c plus 2. All these are examples of trinomials. You can see here, it is a monomial. 3x squared is a monomial because it is having only one term. 2x plus 7 is a binomial because it has two terms. And then 5x minus 2y plus 4z is a trinomial because it has three terms. So hope it is clear to you all. Monomial will have only one term. Binomial will have two terms where the terms are connected using a minus sign or plus sign. And don't be confused, if two terms are connected using division sign, then it is called as a monomial only. Only if the two terms are connected using plus sign or minus sign, it is called as a binomial. And then trinomial will have three terms where these three terms are connected using either plus sign or minus sign. So hope all of you understood what are monomials, what are binomials and what are trinomials. So now you all know what is a polynomial, isn't it? Polynomials can be classified as monomials, binomials and trinomials based on the number of terms. So now you will be learning how to multiply these polynomials. We shall start with multiplication of monomial by a monomial. All of you know what is a monomial, isn't it? Monomial means an algebraic expression which is a polynomial basically, which will have only one term. Now you will study how to multiply these monomials, that is monomial by a monomial. You can observe here these monomials have a mixture of different variables. So in that case, how do you multiply variables? You are going to add the powers of like variables when you are multiplying like variables. Consider the first one. First monomial here is 4a power 9 b power 3 multiplied with a monomial 2a power 4 b. So first you should multiply the numbers with their signs. What is the sign of 4? It is plus, and the sign of 2 is plus. So plus into plus is plus. Then 4 into 2 is 8. A and A are same variables, so you are going to add the powers when you are multiplying them. So a power 9 into a power 4 is nothing but a power 9 plus 4. What is 9 plus 4? It is 13. So you will be writing here a power 13. Then the other variable is b power 3, and in the second monomial you have b. What does this b means? It means it is having power 1. So b power 3 into b power 1 is b power 3 plus 1. What is 3 plus 1? It is 4. So we are writing it as b power 4. So hope it is clear to you all. In this way, if two monomials are given, first you will multiply the sign of the numbers in both the cases, that is the numerical coefficient of the variables. Then you will multiply the numbers. After that you will multiply the variables. In case you have same variables with different powers, you are going to add the powers. This is how you multiply monomial with a monomial. There are few more examples here. Second one, 7w square y power 5 multiplied with 10w power 10 y square. Plus 7 into plus 10 is plus 70. W square into w power 10 is w power 12. We are adding the powers 2 and 10. Y power 5 into y square is y power 7. That is power 5 and power 2 is added because the variables are same. So the answer is 70 w power 12 y power 7. Third one, 2 power r t cube, 2r t cube multiplied with minus 3r power 5. Here the sign of the coefficient 2 is plus, and here the numerical coefficient of r power 5 is minus 3. So 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. Then r power 1, there is no power, that means it is 1. So r power 1 into r power 5 is r power 6. Then we have one more variable here, that is t cube, and we don't have anything related to t here. So we are going to write it as it is here. So the product of 2r t cube and minus 3r power 5 is minus 6r power 6 t cube. Next example, 3k power 5 mn power 4. This is a monomial and it is going to be multiplied with another monomial 7k cube m cube n cube. First multiply the numerical coefficients, that is 3 into 7. It is going to be 21. K power 5 into k power 3 is k power 8. M power 1 into m power 3 is m power 4. N power 4 into n power 3 is n power 7. And one more example, that is 12x square y cube multiplied with another monomial 2xy square. 12 into 2 is 24. X square into x is x cube. Y cube into y square is y power 5. Hope you all understood how to multiply monomial with a monomial. So the steps will be like this. Multiply the numbers first. Numbers in the case here we call it as a numerical coefficient. First you all multiply the numerical coefficient along with their signs. After that multiply the variables. If the variables are same with different powers, you are going to add the powers. And if the variables are different, you are going to write both the variables as it is. For example, here we have t power 3 and we don't have any t power in this monomial. So what did we do? We wrote it as it is. This is how you multiply two monomials. Hope it is clear to you all. Dear students, hope it is clear to you all how to multiply a monomial with a monomial. Now we will be learning the second multiplication, that is multiplication of monomial by a binomial. You can see the question here. You have a monomial and a binomial in the question and you are being asked to multiply these two. So how do you multiply? First step is you are going to distribute the monomial to both the terms in the binomial. That is 5x is the monomial that should be distributed to both the terms in binomial. Which are the two terms in binomial here? 3x square and plus 2. These are the two terms. So 5x should be multiplied with these two terms. So how do you write this as a distribution step? You will be distributing monomial to both the terms by multiplying. And dear students, you should also be knowing that whenever you keep a dot in between two terms, that is understood that it is multiplied. So don't be confused with decimal point. Decimal point will be on the line, that is down, towards down. If you keep point in center, that is in between two terms, then it is understood that it is multiplication. So 5x is monomial which is being distributed to both the terms. So you will be writing it like this. 5x into 3x square. Then what is the sign here in between the terms in binomial? Plus. So you will write that plus sign as it is. After that 5x into 2. Because the monomial should be distributed to both the terms in binomial. After that the next step is you are going to multiply whatever you have written as multiplication and then you are going to add. So 5 into 3 is 15. X into x square is x cube. Plus 5 into 2 is 10. X will be written as it is because there is no any other x variable in 2. So you will be writing it 10x. So the final answer is 15x cube plus 10x. Can you add these two terms? No, you cannot. Though the variable is same, the powers are different. So they come under which category? They are unlike terms. You cannot add or subtract unlike terms, but you can multiply them. Are we asked to multiply here? No, the sign is plus here. So you are going to stop it here itself. So the product of 5x into 3x square plus 2 is 15x cube plus 10x. Hope you all understood how to multiply monomial with a binomial. One more example for you all. Here the monomial in this case is 2xy square and the binomial is 3y plus 4x. Follow the same steps. Distribute the monomial for both the terms in binomial. So it is going to be 2xy square into 3y. And what is the sign in the binomial? Plus. So you will write the plus as it is. Then again the same monomial to be distributed to the second term. So it is going to be 2xy square into 4x. Next step, multiply and write the plus sign in between. So 2 into 3 is 6. X into y. You cannot multiply x and y, you can write as it is, but y square and y you can multiply, isn't it? So y square into y is going to be y cube. Since we don't have x in 3y term, you will write that x as it is. So the product of 2xy square and 3y is 6xy cube. Then write the plus sign as it is. 2 into 4 is 8. X into x is x square, and y square we will be writing it as it is. So the product is 6xy cube plus 8x square y. This is how you multiply a monomial with a binomial. One more example. X square y multiplied with 2x square minus 3. So now I am not writing the step of distribution. You can multiply it directly also. By now you all know what are being multiplied and what is being added or subtracted, isn't it? So now directly we will try this. X square into x square is x power 4. We have 2, isn't it? Numerical coefficient. So that will be written as it is because the numerical coefficient of the monomial here is 1. So 1 into 2 is 2. X square into x square is x power 4. Then y will be written as it is. And what is the sign here in the binomial? Minus. So write the minus sign as it is. Then again multiply the monomial with the second term. 3 into x square y is nothing but 3x square y. Hope all of you understood how to multiply a monomial with a binomial. So we can recall the steps. First you should distribute the monomial to both the terms of the binomial. Then whatever sign is there in the binomial, that should be written in between. After that you will proceed with the steps whichever you have written. Hope you all understood this. The next type of multiplication what you are going to learn is multiplication of binomial by a binomial. That means you are going to multiply two binomials. And there are two methods to do this multiplication, and they are very easy also. I told you all in the beginning, anything will become easy only with your interest. And before you learn anything, everything is difficult only. So you should learn with interest. So the two methods which are going to be used in this multiplication is area method, which is also called as box method, and the another method is FOIL method. So FOIL is used as an acronym here. That means all of you know what is laser, isn't it? Laser has a full form, but it is not being pronounced as LASER. We will be calling it as laser. That means it is an acronym, not an abbreviation. Here also we are using this word FOIL as an acronym. You will understand when you learn the method. So one by one we will learn these methods. So first you will be learning area method, which is also called as box method. Why it is called as box method? Because we are drawing a box to multiply the binomials. For example, we shall consider these two binomials, that is 4x minus 3 is a binomial and another binomial here is 5x plus 2. So these two binomials are being asked to multiply in this question. So what we will do is we will draw a box and we will write 5x and 2 here, you can see, and then 4x minus 3, that is the first binomial, to be written here on the top, and other binomial to be written downwards like this, 5x plus 2, and this will be having a box. Now in this box we are going to multiply these two terms, that is 5x into 4x we are going to multiply and write it here. You can see already it is written as 20x square. How did we get this 20x square? 5 into 4 is 20. X into x is x square. So 5x into 4x you will multiply and write it in this box. And then 5x should be multiplied with the another term in the binomial, that is minus 3. So 5 into minus 3 is minus 15. X into, we don't have any other x term here, isn't it? So what should we do? We will be writing it as x as it is. So 5x into 4x is 20x square. 5x into minus 3 is minus 15x. We have one more term here, that is 2. This 2 should be multiplied with 4x and minus 3 as we did for 5x. So 2 into 4x is 8x. 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. After this, how many terms are there inside this box? There are 4 terms, isn't it? And how did we get these 4 terms? By multiplication we got this. Now we will write all those like this. That is 20x square minus 15x plus 8x minus 6. Can you observe any like terms in these 4 terms? Yes, minus 15x plus 8x are like terms. So what can you do? You can simplify them. Minus 15 plus 8, you are going to subtract and write minus sign in the answer because 15 is bigger than 8 and it is having minus sign. So minus 15 plus 8 is minus 7. X will be written as it is. So the simplified form of minus 15x plus 8x is minus 7x and these two terms will be written as it is. So your final answer is going to be 20x square minus 7x minus 6. That is what is being written here. So how do you multiply two binomials? First binomial, whatever is there in the question, you will write here like this above the box. And the other binomial, you are going to write it along with the same sign like this towards downwards. Then you will multiply in this order. 5x into 4x, 5x into minus 3. 2 into 4x, 2 into minus 3. So that you will be getting 4 terms. In this 4 terms, if you have any like terms, you will simplify them and you will keep your answer like this. This is how you multiply a binomial with a binomial. And this is which method? This is your area method, which is also called as box method. Why is it called as area method? We are multiplying this binomial with this binomial, isn't it? So it is like L into B. This is the area of rectangle, isn't it? L into B. That is why it is also called as area method. Hope all of you understood this area method, which is also called as box method, which we are using to multiply two binomials. Now you will be learning the second method, which is called as FOIL method. I told you all earlier, FOIL is an acronym. So it is having its own explanation like this. F means first two terms, O means outer two terms, I means inner two terms and L means last two terms. You will understand this now. Suppose if 2x plus 3 is the first binomial and 5x minus 8 is the second binomial given to you all in the question. So you will consider 2x and 5x as the first terms. You can see here it is written with red color and marked as F. Then which are the inner terms? These two are the inner terms, isn't it? So we will be writing these two terms as I. Then which are the last terms in both the binomials? 3 is the last term in first binomial and minus 8 is the last in the second binomial. So 3 and minus 8 will be written as L. You can see it is marked as L. And if you see these two binomials together, which are the outward facing numbers or the terms? 2x is outwards and minus 8 is outwards, isn't it? So these two are marked as O. That means outwards, outer terms. So hope you all know how to mark these FOIL when the binomials are given like this. Afterwards you will follow these steps. So this is how you mark FOIL in the binomials given in the question. So after that, FOIL in this order you will write and you will multiply those two terms after identifying them. So which are the first terms here? F means it is 2x and 5x. So those two should be multiplied and written. So what is 2x into 5x? It is minus 10x square. Then outer terms, that is O. What did you mark as O here? That is 2x and minus 8. If you multiply 2x and minus 8, your product is going to be minus 16x. 2 into minus 8 is minus 16. X will be written as it is. So the product is minus 16x. Then inner. So I is the first word, isn't it? Sorry, first letter. So what did you mark as I here? That is inner terms. 3 and 5x. So 3 and 5x you are going to multiply. So it is going to be 15x. Likewise, last last terms in both the binomials. 3 into minus 8. 3 into minus 8 is minus 24. Now you will be writing all these 4 answers, whatever you got as products, like this. 10x square minus 16x plus 15x minus 24. Which are the like terms here? Minus 16x and plus 15x. Minus 16 plus 15 is minus 1x. So if you don't write 1 also, it is understood that the numerical coefficient is 1. So the simplification of minus 16x plus 15x is going to be minus x. And these two terms will be written as it is. So the final answer is 10x square minus x minus 24. Now all of you are having your rough notebook with you all still, isn't it? So I want you all to try this example which I gave for area method in FOIL method, and the example which is given for FOIL method to be done using box method. In both the cases, I want the same answers to be, you should be getting the same answers. So work out this so that you will understand it more clearly. So these are the two methods to find the product of two binomials. First is box method and second one is FOIL method. So whichever is easy to you all, you can follow that method in your test. So hope it is clear to you all. One more example for you all to understand binomial with binomial multiplication. Here the binomials are 2x plus 6 and 3x plus 1. So we are going to write it like this using box method, that is 2x, 6 above and 3x and plus 1 downwards like this. Multiply 3x and 2x, it is going to be 6x square. Then 3x into 6 is going to be 18x. Similarly, 1 into 2x is 2x, 1 into 6 is 6. So write all these 4 terms together, that is 6x square plus 18x plus 2x plus 6. That is what is being written here. Then simplify the like terms, 18x plus 2x, that is 20x. So your final answer, when you multiply these two binomials, you are going to get is 6x square plus 20x plus 6. This is how you do multiplication using box method, which is suitable for binomial with binomial. You will be drawing a box with 2 columns and 2 rows. You will be writing 2x and 6, that is the terms of the first binomials, on each column, and towards row sides you will be writing the another binomial, that is 3x and plus 1, and you will do the multiplication. Hope it is clear to you all. So the next type of multiplication is multiplication of binomial with a trinomial. So if you have understood how to multiply monomial with a monomial, it is going to be very easy to understand this. Now consider this example. X plus 2 is a binomial which is going to be multiplied with a trinomial 2x minus 10y plus 1. Here what we are going to do is we are going to split this binomial, that is x plus 2. First we will write it as x and then we will write it as plus 2. And the trinomial will be written as it is using brackets. So x plus 2 is being distributed for the trinomial. Both the terms of binomial is distributed to the trinomial. So x into the trinomial 2x minus 10y plus 1. What is remaining other than plus x? We have plus 2. Whatever sign is there with here, you are going to write it as it is. Suppose you have minus 2, you will write here as minus 2. What do we have here now? Plus 2 we have. So we will be writing it as plus 2 followed with a multiplication of the trinomial, the same trinomial. That is 2x minus 10y plus 1. Close the bracket. Now you all know how to multiply monomial with a monomial now. So you will proceed with the step. X into 2x is 2x square. Then x into minus 10y is minus 10xy. X into plus 1 is plus x. Follow the same procedure. 2 into 2x is 4x. 2 into minus 10y is minus 20y. 2 into plus 1 is plus 2. Here we have plus sign. So plus 2 should be multiplied with these 3 terms along with their signs, so that you will be getting these 3 terms. Then If you have any like terms in this, you are going to simplify. Do we have? Yes, x and 4x are like terms. They have plus sign. So plus x plus 4x is going to be plus 5x. Remaining terms will be written as it is. So 2x square minus 10xy plus 5x minus 20y plus 2. So this is going to be the final product. So you are going to stop here. There is one more example for you all. You can work out this in your rough notebook. You can multiply a binomial with a trinomial using box method like this. You already studied this, isn't it? You were drawing only 2 columns and 2 rows in case of binomial with binomial. Here we have 3 terms, isn't it? So we will be drawing 3 columns. So on this 3 columns, above we will be writing the 3 terms of trinomial and downwards we will be writing the binomial, that is x minus 4. Afterwards, you will be multiplying x with 2x square. What is the product? X into 2x square is 2x cube. X into x square is x cube. 2 will be written as it is. Then x into 3x is 3x square. X into 6 is 6x. Then minus 4 into 2x square is minus 8x square. Minus 4 into 3x is minus 12x. After that, minus 4 into 6 is minus 24. Afterwards, you will write all these 6 terms like this. Then we will combine the like terms. Which are the like terms? 3x square and minus 8x square are like terms. Then 6x and minus 12x are like terms. So if you simplify those like terms, you will be getting the answer like this. 2x cube will be written as it is because we don't have any other term with same variable and same power, isn't it? Then minus 8x square plus 3x square is minus 5x square. 6x minus 12x is minus 6x. Then minus 24 will be written as it is. So this is your final answer. This is how you multiply a binomial with a trinomial. Dear students, now it is assignment time. I want all of you to complete these problems in your classwork. You need not have to keep a separate homework book for mathematics. I want all of you to solve these problems in your algebra classwork itself. Thank you.